Imagine this, you move to the club of your dreams, you get to play as a starter and you go on to score 20 goals and give out 25 assists, winning the league and the Super Cup in the process despite injury and getting benched and not given the most amount of minutes. Yet, hate follows you, criticizing a pass, a failed skill, a messy ball control or lack of contribution. Everybody from fans online to journalists and papers and sometimes even rumors break out of you getting sold and replaced with younger talent. Rafael Diaz Baloli was born in Porto Alegre, Brazil, where he grew up in Raphinha, a favela far from the city center with poverty and struggle. He sought to find a better life for himself and his family in football, and after unsuccessful trials with Internacional and Grêmio, he started to play youth football with Imbituda, before getting scouted by Avai's FC under-20 team. Soon later he would get injured but would continue to be part of the team until 2016 when Portuguese team Vitória de Guimarães would snatch him for 600,000 euros under a recommendation from football legend Deco. Starting out in the reserves team and breaking through the main squad in the following season, he would go on to score 4 goals and give out 7 assists, finishing 4th in the league and reaching the final of the Portuguese Cup, only losing to Benfica. The following season would mark his breakout. Despite the club not reaching the heights they did last season, Raphinha would go on scoring 18 goals and giving out 6 assists, finishing as the top scorer for the team. With this performance he would earn himself a move to Sporting Lisbon, where in an injury-filled season he would go on to finish with 7 goals and 5 assists, winning the domestic and League Cup and finishing 3rd in the league. His performance would land him in France, where he would play for Stade Rennes, scoring 7 goals and giving out 5 assists again, moving by the end of the season to Premier League side Leeds United. Here he would gain worldwide recognition, scoring 6 goals and assisting 9 times in 30 Premier League appearances and getting his first call-up for the Brazil national team, assisting twice in his debut against Venezuela and scoring twice in his 3rd game against Uruguay in the 2022 World Cup qualifiers. The following season though, he would become the main face of a rather lackluster Leeds United side. Scoring 11 goals and assisting 3 times, he would lead the team to escape relegation, scoring a penalty against Brentford in the final game of the season, getting named player of the match. His performance would get him on the radar of many top-flight clubs, the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, Tottenham and Newcastle. All made an effort to sign the Brazilian, but Raphinha chose to follow his childhood dream, to become an FC Barcelona player, for a record transfer fee for Leeds United worth 58 million euros. With Barcelona however, he would go on to score 10 goals and give out 13 assists in his first season, helping out the club win the league and the Super Cup in the following year. Despite injury and getting benched and not given the most amount of minutes, he still managed to score another 10 goals and give out another 12 assists, leaving everything he got on the pitch and finishing as the only player in the squad with double digits in both goal scoring and assisting, and starting off the current season already with 2 assists in 3 games, giving out man of the match performances. So one would think, why all the negativity? Why the press and the fans are always on his case? Let's go through the reasons. Why is he hated? Does he deserve this hate? And I will give my opinion in the end. So why? Why is he hated? Well, I can boil it down to 3 reasons. The first being mentality and attitude. There were times last year and the year before when he would be having a bad game, get subbed off only to cause a fit, be angry on the bench. This didn't sit well with a lot of fans and critics, as you need to push to act professional on and off the pitch, as well as reports on disagreements and fights in the locker room of both club and country. Second is the lack of explosiveness from the player. As many would say, he underachieved as a player for Barcelona, considering his high price tag. But looking at it from a wider angle, we see that he had more contributions than the likes of Ousmane Dembele and Philippe Coutinho, players with double his price tag, and even outperforming Antoine Griezmann in some of his seasons with Barcelona. These are players that were brought into the club for 130 million euros and ones that left for scrap or nothing. This leads us into the final reason, and the biggest in my opinion, which is the profiling that was laid on him by Barcelona fans before he even wore the colors of the club. You see, When the news first broke out of Barcelona targeting a Brazilian winger, most people assumed that the club was looking for a player with a similar profile to other former Brazilian wingers, the likes of Neymar, Romario and Ronaldinho. Explosive and skillful players that dribble and pass on the flanks, providing assists and goals from inside the box and near the net. This set an expectation layer on Raphinha that he wasn't able to fulfill, simply because he was never this kind of player and never had this profile. Raphinha plays a wider game, being conservative with his dribbling given the limits of his ability on this front, which he makes up for in his passing and crossing abilities, as most of his goals and assists come from shots that are relatively far from goal, which might not be the sexiest or most appealing style of football for many, but it is one that is required in the recent pressure-intense game of today. Pressure that he can provide and be able to run for 10-12 kilometers every game, something that the aforementioned Brazilian wingers were never able to, as they relied on quick acceleration and explosiveness. This leaves us with a player that gives it all on the pitch, one that truly plays for the badge of the club and one that can play 19 minutes. And keep pushing and running until the final whistle blows. And with the arrival of Hansi Flick, we saw him adapt quickly to the new game structure, becoming more of an attacking midfielder that allows him to move more freely on the pitch, and one that seems to pay off, as he already provided 2 assists in 3 games and often ending up on the Team of the Week of La Liga. This leaves us to the question, does Raphinha deserve the hate? In my opinion, no. Yes, there are ways he can evolve and give out more to the club. Can he fix his attitude and learn to take it on the chin and act professionally? Yes. But does he deserve the shitstorm every time he gives us a bad performance? Absolutely not. As he showed time and time again that he can carry the team. Such was the case in the away game against PSG last season, and even in the home game before Araujo got sent off. He is often than not a hidden soldier that you might not notice his impact on the game until you look at the stats or feel it when he is not on the pitch, and one that has a huge margin to improve and help out lead the team back into trophy winning routes. Hey, as I'm recording this video just after the game against Valladolid, and wow, Raphinha just proved my points, scoring a hat-trick and assisting twice, as I said in this video. He is an absolute workhorse and one that truly deserves more respect and love.